Good afternoon, students. Previously, in unit sulfur and fertilizer industries, we saw manufacturing processes, applications, engineering problems of two major compounds. That is, first is sulfur, and second we saw sulfuric acid manufacturing process by contact process, or also known as DCDA process. Today, we'll further see another important manufacturing process of ammonia. So before moving to the flow sheet, we need to know the compounds or raw materials for ammonia, and the main component is nitrogen. So we'll start with the introduction of nitrogen. So to manufacture ammonia, or for ammonia production, the major two raw materials are nitrogen and hydrogen. Nitrogen is abundantly present in air, so abundant nitrogen present in air is reacted with low cost hydrogen to form ammonia. This low cost chemical is used for supplying. Now these are the applications of ammonia. First is nitrogen fertilizers in form of liquid and aqueous NH3 solutions, ammonium salts and urea. Second is for production of nitric acid, and third for nitrogen carrying chemical compounds. Of the total ammonia production, around about 90% of ammonia is used in fertilizers. So the main application from our country's point of view, ammonia is mainly used in fertilizer industries. Our country is agriculture is major business in our country, and it plays predominant role in the economy of the country. So around 60% of population are employed or directly or indirectly earned from farming or agriculture industries. Export of agriculture products will be the principal source of foreign exchange needed to import capital goods for industrialization for some years to come. Thus, attainment of high national income is closely linked to agriculture. As we said, our economy largely depends on the export of agricultural products from our country to others. Thus, fertilization and soils have become highly deficient in growth elements. So this is explaining us the importance on the need for fertilizer in our farming in our country. And as the need of fertilizer will increase, so will the need of ammonia. Moving to our main product, the flow sheet we'll be studying today is manufacturing of ammonia. So we'll start with the properties of ammonia, that is basic properties: molecular weight, boiling point, melting point, and the products or grades which are available in India, or the forms which are most widely used in our country. So grades are anhydrous or liquid form, stored at 80 degree Fahrenheit at a pressure of 175 psi G. Aqueous grade 28 weight % NH3. So these are the two grades, the way or grades that we store ammonia in. Yes, molecular weight is 17.03, melting point is minus 77.7 degrees Celsius, boiling point is 33.4 degrees Celsius. Ammonia is also or we can say was also used, even now at many places still it is used as good refrigerant for cooling purposes. In fact, our domestic refrigerants, a lot of domestic refrigerators in our homes still use ammonia as refrigerant. Now, consumption pattern. This is the consumption pattern, or the amount of or classification of the ammonia consumption in our country. First is and use for ammonia worldwide. These are worldwide data. Direct application as fertilizer. So major part of ammonia is used in fertilizers, that is 25%. Urea is then again used for fertilizers as well as plastics, that covers about 21%. Next, in nitric acid, ammonium nitrate, acryl nitrate, and ammonium sulfate. These are the percentage of consumption. Next, nitrogen consumption in fertilizers. Now, what kind of fertilizers? The 25% that we saw, this is the detail of that amount or that part. Nitrogen consumption in fertilizers supplying nitrogen are prepared in two basic types. Mixed fertilizers, which contain three principal elements as NPK, that is nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. The composition is expressed as weight percent total and available P2O5 and soluble K2O. So 5-10-5 is the ratio in which these three elements are used, and these are generally NPK fertilizers generally are granular solids in granular solid form. That is, granular means grain like structure. Next, chemical nitrogen fertilizer. Chemical compounds used separately where direct application is required. Now methods of production. Classification of processes. So there are various 2-3 methods of manufacturing of ammonia. Now all processes for synthetic ammonia are based on pressure catalytic reaction of N2 and H2. So the most basic raw materials are the only raw materials we require for ammonia is nitrogen and hydrogen, which are easily and abundantly available. And in most processes, pressure catalytic reaction of these two elements are carried out to produce ammonia. Now these are the quantitative requirements and raw materials. We'll understand the process description directly from flow sheet. So this is the flow sheet of synthetic ammonia production. Here you can see on top left purified ammonia synthesis gas, that is 3 parts hydrogen and 1 part nitrogen is used as raw material here. These two things, 1 part nitrogen and 3 parts hydrogen is compressed to a pressure of 100 to 1000 atmospheres. This depends on the conversion that we are looking for. As per our required conversion, we increase or decrease the pressure conditions. Now these two things, synthesis gas, 1 part nitrogen and 3 part hydrogen, it is sent through a filter to remove compression oil, and then through a high temperature guard converter. So we can see two things. After being compressed, compression oil is removed at oil filter, and then further feed guard converter, it is passed through feed guard converter. And in this feed guard converter over here, CO is converted to also CO2, carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide, both are converted to CH4, that is methane, and traces of H2O, H2S, P and Al, that is water, hydrogen sulfide, phosphorus and arsenic type impurities are removed. This is done by catalyst and suitable getter materials. Now the cool gas is introduced into the converter here, this reactor. We can see the cold gas here. The relatively cool gas is added along the outside of converter tube. These are the outside tubes. Cold gas is added to it. This is done to provide cooling so that this carbon steel can be used for thick wall pressure vessel and internal tubes. Now the preheated gas is now next it flows through inside of the tube. Now this tube contains the main catalyst that we are using for this reaction. It contains porous iron catalyst, and the temperature here is 500 to 550 degrees Celsius or 600. Here you can see 500 to 600 degrees Celsius temperature is the operating condition of this reactor. Then from after passing from this reactor, NH3 gas, that is our product ammonia, is obtained with an 8 to 30% conversion depending on the process condition. And this gas or this product is obtained by next step, we obtain ammonia by condensation here in cooling chamber. This over here, sorry, you can see it is removed by condensation first with water cooling and then NH3 refrigeration. Now after cooling water is used to chill it and condense it, then it passes through separator and some part of liquid is directly sent to storage tank, spherical storage tank, while some which is to be used as refrigerant further is cooled and stored at cooled at minus 15 degrees Celsius, and the liquid and then converted liquid is sent to storage tank. The yield here with this process is as high as 85 to 90%, and the conversion is 8 to 30%. Now after separator, some part of the gas which is not suitable for storing or still contains some impurities, it is a recycled gas, is again sent to reactor, and some small purge stream, you can see at left stream, it is taken out of or removed out of the system in order to prevent accumulation of impurities such as arsenic. So this is the manufacturing process for synthetic ammonia. The detailed process description is written here. We can this is more or less same as what we went through or explained. So you see here the last line of process description. The unconverted N2H2 mixture is recirculated to allow an 85 to 90% yield, which is what this recycled gas is. Now further major engineering problems of this process. There are mainly three major engineering problems here. First is thermodynamic and kinetic considerations. So this process works best when carried out at low temperature and high pressure condition, but reaction kinetics of the chemical reaction taking place in this process, its kinetics comprise temperature a little bit higher than required. So thermodynamic management or the heat management becomes an engineering problem in this process. Second problem is catalyst development. The preparation and use of active catalyst has been the subject of years of research. It has been in question or research since years, and the main aim is to develop catalysts that help us improve the yield or improve the production rates at lower temperature and pressure, and ultimately lowering its cost. But till date, ammonia synthesis catalysts are based on iron oxide such as potassium oxide and aluminum oxide. The iron oxide is fused in an electric furnace and promoters added. The solidified mass is ground to desired particle size. Iron oxide is reduced to porous iron in startup phase and operation in the synthesis reactor. We saw that in reactor, porous iron oxide are used as catalyst. There is a maximum operating temperature of about 620 degrees Celsius above which the catalyst fuses. So this is again turning out as engine problem or disadvantage. An iron catalyst has been developed in Europe which allows for very low temperature and low pressure operation. The life of catalyst is not firmly established. Process design modifications. So equipment design modification is also to be improved. Above considerations have resulted in number of design modifications. So when we change the catalyst or change the process or change the way how we manage heat in the exothermic reactions, we have to take care of the designing of the equipments and have to make designing changes as and when we change the above two conditions. So this also becomes tiresome and also very costly. So this was almost everything about ammonia manufacturing process. Next we'll see flow sheet of urea. Yes, next is urea.